In private practice for 20 years and made a payroll for the last 20 years. I understand what it's like to run a business, AV rated by the state bar, and a super lawyer for the last 7 or 8 years since the award's been given. Need more? I've been married for 30 years and have 4 kids, 2 lawyers, 1 at USA, an assistant United States attorney, and 1 a DA. Wow. Another great guy.
Please repeat your name.
Carmen Trutanich. And I've got some material over there.
Good evening.
Okay, ma'am. Please.
Good evening. I'm Nick Pachauras. Richard and I go back 30 years.
Don't say that. Yeah. Since you were kids. Yeah.
Richard represented the Homeowner Association before my Board of Zoning Appeals in the 80s, and he will agree with me. I fought for the homeowners for neighborhoods. More recently, I have fought for the ratepayers. It broke my heart every time I got a letter, Mr. Pachauras, we are senior citizens. We live on $800, $900 Social Security check. We cannot pay our power bill. And everybody knows I'm a fighter. Look at www.nick2009.com. 30 years of caring for the people. If you want an independent watchdog in the City Hall, I'm it. Not status quo. I know and I uncovered at WP millions of dollars. Waste, lack of efficiency, defrauding the ratepayers. And in case you wonder about my accent, I was born in Athens, Greece. I'm a product of San Fernando Valley Junior College, CSUN. I got an electrical engineering. I have been for 40 years in Tarzana. And I care because this city has been good to me. Gave me an education and a family. I care, and that's why I'm going to, if you give me the opportunity, I will fight for you.
Thank you.
City Controller replaced Laura Chick. If you like Chick, you will love Nick.
Man? Okay, thank you. Good evening, everybody. My name is David Berger, and I'm running for City Attorney. And the pronunciation is Berger, a hard G like merger. Somebody asked me a very good question before, why the hard G? Why aren't you a burger? Like Hamilton Berger. He was a famous DA back in the good old days. Battling Perry Mason. The reason is, my family came from Germany and moved to London. And in London, during the war, it wasn't a good idea to have a name Berger, so we changed it to Berger, and it's stuck ever since. I am a Deputy District Attorney. I've done that for the last 12 years. Fighting crime is what I do every day I go to work. And I believe it's time you guys had a City Attorney that does that doesn't use the City Attorney's office as a political stepping stone. Jack Weiss is my council member, and he might as well not be there. He looks after everybody's interest who's got a fact check. But if you're Joe Ordinary like me, he won't do anything for you. And you folks have the power to tell him that his $1.4 million of outrageous advertising, he's boasting, I will honour that bell in 1 second, boasting about rape kit supplies when he sat on that money and defenseless women's cases didn't get prosecuted. That's out of order. He's an opportunist, and you can stop him. Join me, vote for me, March the 3rd.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Ron Galperin, and I'm running for Los Angeles City Council in the 5th Council District for the seat that Jack Weiss is vacating. And I will tell you just a brief moment about myself. I've been in LA for 25 years, actually the child of immigrants, brought up with values of working really hard and getting things done and getting results. It's time to actually have our city government, and particularly our council office, actually work for us, because that is not happening at this time. And it begins with really reforming and cleaning up the house at City Hall. Right now we are wasting way too much money, and it's going down the drain. We have $700 million in uncollected debt. Let's go collect some of it. Imagine what we could do with that. Imagine how many streets we could pave with that. We are also spending too much money on things like cell phones in the city of Los Angeles. Imagine we could save millions of dollars by changing our cell phone contracts. Real simple. And all of this matters because if we do it, and if we do it right, we'll have the money that we need for police officers. We will have the money that we need to get our streets paved and to do other transportation improvements that can get us from point A to point B. So I ask you to join me, Ron Galperin, for citycouncil.com. Thank you very much.
Hello again, everyone. Soha. As you may remember, my name is Michael American, just like American without the C. It's nice to see people remember that as you walk out the door. I'm the only candidate running for city attorney that born and raised in the Valley and still lives and works here. I was born and raised in Encino, live in Toluca Lake now, and I work at the Van Nuys branch of the city attorney's office. I'm the only candidate running that currently works in the city attorney's office as a prosecutor. And I wanted to just tell you how important it is to have somebody from within to be able to send a message that we are going to depoliticize the city attorney's office, make sure that the legal advice that comes out of our office is not filtered through anyone's political ambition, to make sure that you have someone who understands what we do because they work there, who understands how to get the most out of the office for you because they work there, because they know where the worker bees are and where the slugs are, and they know how to get the worker bees to do their job. Anyway, I'm going to be around all night. Feel free to come up to me, ask me any questions you have about issues. Look forward to seeing you again next month at the debate. Thanks.
Good evening, my name is Adina Bleish. You can try to pronounce the last name Bleish, but really just remember the name Adina. There's no other Adina on the ballot. It's true. I'm running for Council District 5, which most of you, I believe, maybe you're north of Ventura Boulevard, but I hope you're south. But I'm running because I got involved after the presidential election in 2000. Because I thought to myself, how is it possible that America messed up an election? If America messes up and the whole world follows us, then what do we have left to do? And so I quit my job. I was an assistant dean of a university and became a field deputy. And I worked very hard to serve the people in the community. And I went on to work for Bob Hertzberg, who was chairing my campaign. And I can tell you more, there are flyers about me, but the reality is that City Council is fundamentally about service and nothing else. We are here to serve you, to solve your problems, and to help you. We are one of you that you have elected to help. So I'm Adina, and remember my saying is, how can I help? Adina2009.com.
Thank you. Thank you all. Okay, at the next meeting, third Wednesday in February, we're going to have a debate among the candidates for the 5th District City Council. And I know a lot of you may be voting by absentee ballot. What I suggest is to bring the ballot with you. You'll see the names, there'll be other candidates here, and maybe at the end of the meeting is your opportunity to decide who you're going to vote for. So next month, we're going to focus on the next candidate to replace Councilman Jack Weiss, who represents the southern portion of Sherman Oaks. I'd like to now introduce Damien from Assemblyman Mike Feuer's office to briefly discuss an issue that's of importance to a lot of people in this room.
Hi everybody, I'm Damian Carroll. I'm with Assemblymember Mike Feuer's office. I want to call your attention to a piece of legislation that our office introduced recently in the State Assembly. It's called AB 109. You know, you always have to refer to these things by their numbers. But what it basically is a 2-year moratorium on digital billboard construction and conversion statewide. Does that sound like something you could support?